Three, two, one.
Here we go!
Hello there, welcome to another exciting episode of We Talk, your go-to source for the latest news and events happening in and around Windhoek. I am Aurelia Afrikaner, very much thrilled to be with you guys today. But as you know, we have a lot of things lined up for you today, but we will start with Talk of the Town so that you guys can be informed what's happening in the towns. So do stay tuned. Sean Karisep, community activist, handed himself over at the Guesthouse police station earlier this week in Windhoek, in connection with the apparent case opened against him regarding the sewage water that was thrown at the City of Windhoek customer care last week, Monday, in Guesthouse.
We are coming out of the police station. What we gathered there is that they confirmed that there is a case made. There are charges laid, but they don't want to tell us who made the charges. But it is confirmed that the charges are from the city police. The city police, some official from the city police has made the case. We are suspecting is that official who was there on Monday, is a female official. We can identify her from the videos. So what we can confirm is that the CID chief, what is her name, Christopher, she's saying that the investigations are not done. Because after calling back and forth, calling senior officials, nobody wants to own up to the case. We are here to find out what we are charged, what I'm charged with, and who has made the case, what they rely on. Is it city police, city of Windhoek? Everybody is denying. Even most of the police officers here from the morning time when we came here are saying they don't know about that case until they started calling each other and saying that there is a case. They confirmed that there is a case made against me. So as you can see, the residents are here. All the residents from the houses that are affected are here. Some residents almost even brought a snake that they bought in that river. The river that we are saying must be cleaned. So we are just here to understand and to see what is the charges. And until they come with them, I don't know why they go look for me at my workplace, and then when I bring myself, all of a sudden nobody wants to question me or take my statement or whatever they are going to do. I don't know how those things work. Usually when suspects, when a case is made, they go look for them. They don't tell suspects to, when they bring themselves, to say, go back will come one day at you. They don't do that. They even just arrest people without listening to anything. When they just say, this one did what? This is what our brothers and sisters are suffering with. When there is something, this arbitrary arrest that they are doing, that's what they want to do. Now, when we are confronting them and saying, we are here, now they are scared. Why are they not coming? Why is the official sitting there in her office and saying, Sean must go back? We don't want to talk to him now. We are still investigating. Investigating what? Investigating what? Go and fix the place. That's what we want. City of Windhoek must go and fix the place.
The Governor of Bank of Namibia, Johannes Kabagap, officially opened the FinTech Future 2025 conference earlier this week with a powerful message on progress and innovation.
To our thought leadership event. As we embark on this important conversation, I wish to emphasize the pivotal role innovation plays in redefining the landscape of finance and payments, especially in the context of developing nations like Namibia. Before delving into the heart of today's topic, allow me to make some introductory remarks on the future of finance, the way I see it. As we gather today, I invite you to imagine for a moment a world where the weight of our past does not dictate the course of our future. A world where the rules and laws we establish today are not relics of old constraints, but rather bold declarations of possibilities that lie ahead. Each step we take toward innovation, every decision we make, and every ambition nurtured contributes to shaping the vibrant financial landscape of tomorrow.
The The UNAM SRC Congress President and 2025 Student Leadership Assemble. The event held at UNAM main campus aims to hold panel sessions to discuss youth leadership in changing nation and policy advocacy and student representation.
We have that connection with the current leadership to understand and to also echo what decision do we need to take moving forward as a nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kariwa. Doctor, I'd like to move on to you. So, and I'd like to make it a specific question to a specific scenario that happened here on campus. We know the Region 5 games were supposed to take place. Students were supposed to move from the hostels to Imona. And immediately students wanted to just protest. They went to the media, all these things happened. And of course, you and I had a discussion about this. How do you deal with things like that when students want to take all this unprocedural action before actually going the procedural way? Because you know, first you have to set up a meeting with one of the people, then discuss in that meeting, and then there's a resolution or there's an agreement. But we know students are not patient like that. So how you deal with that when your students want you to do something that might be deemed illegal or unprocedural, and then there are rules that you also have to follow?
Thank you very much for that question. Quite a lot to dissect. I'm going to try to break it down beautifully. Very importantly, let's phrase this proceduralness as laws, because that's what they are, institutional laws. Now, you know the thing about laws, they are only valid insofar as they serve the people that they are intended to serve. So it's not supposed to be the other way around, where the people serve the laws. It's supposed to be the laws serving the people. And I'd like to draw a distinction now between legality and justification. Legality entails something that is legal because it's a codified, it's written down in a book or something, it is legal. Justification is something that is right. And to get a better
IPPCR Research Associate Max Whelan has revealed that several factors led to SWAPO's 2024 decline in vote during the National Assembly and presidential election, where it saw a massive decline from the 2019 election. Even though Whelan said the drop was big, he maintained that the party might maintain its status during the 2029 election.
Vote for the opposition. Surely you would think, we're here, only 20% of our people have jobs. Let's vote for somebody else. But it's not quite that simple, because employment and urbanicity are so closely linked. So what's really happening is that in urban areas you have people who are not so tied to the state for survival. Grants are important, but not so important. Drought relief isn't so important as it is in rural areas, etc., etc. There's more independence for people, so they're less reliant on the ruling party, so that manifests itself. But the real big thing about cities really is that opposition go there a lot. Now the opposition in Namibia tries really hard to reach the villages and go everywhere. But at the end of the day, you have limited funds. And so if you're going to campaign, if you've got to put lots of posters up somewhere, you've got to do that in a place where there's lots of people. Am I going to go campaign in one neighborhood in Clinton that has 20,000 registered voters? Or am I going to try getting 20,000 voters in the rural south by sending 10 teams with 10 4x4s across the area for a week? Right? It just makes sense to spend lots of time in the city, and people see that, and so they respond in local opposition.
Namibian musician Linus launched her documentary, If Not in This Life, at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Center. The documentary follows her journey on a tour across Namibia, performing in Rundu, Onkediva, Walvis Bay, and Windhoek. In the 35-minute documentary, Linus delves into her passion for music, creative process behind creating her last album, planning a tour, and balancing her relationship and her career as a medical doctor. She expressed gratitude to her team after the premiere, stating that she would not have done anything differently.
Okay, well, I can't. Shuna man. I don't think I would have done anything differently, honestly, because I felt like everything I did do and all the decisions we made were fitting for that like occasion and experience. So potentially maybe adding more shows, but my husband incapacitated me. So I was able to I was actually, with child during the tour. So I just decided to give my body a bit of a break, but I would have loved to do more shows. And the biggest thing is that you need people. Like no matter how much you think you can do things alone and you're fierce, you need good people by your side. And you need to ask. You need to ask. You really need to just be like, I've got this idea, how do you feel about it? And see how you can make connections, right? So, I wouldn't have done anything differently. And yeah, my team held me down really.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Retief Sales Promotion, Innovation Design Solutions, your Namibian leader in retail and storage solutions, from shelving to powder coatings. Proudly manufactured in Namibia, delivering competitive advantage.
And now that you guys are informed about what's happening in and around Windhoek, ons gaan bietjie in die kombuis van Nkosi gaan kuier. Here we go! I'm right in the heart of the kitchen, but it's not for me to outshine her because all of you by now know that I have a love for the kitchen. But I would let Sevelia introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Sevelia Balombola.
Okay, can you tell us how your journey started at Kate's Guesthouse?
I think it started around 2 years back.
Yeah.
I just sent my CV here and then I was just waiting for a response.
Was this always something you wanted to do? Where did the love for the kitchen start?
This started way long back.
Okay.
From the kitchen back home with my mom, when I always used to help her back in the kitchen.
And then you're like,
that's
one day.
when I knew that one day I always love cooking.
What's that favorite dish that you would want to make for a guest? You get people that would want something you would recommend them for breakfast. What is that thing? Because we all do get tired of scrambled eggs, omelette, unless you do it a different way.
Yeah. Okay, like for here, most of our clients here, they mostly just want scrambled or omelette or sunny side up. They don't really like much.
Was there ever a guest that came in and wanted something different besides what you guys offer?
Yeah, I think there was a guest that wanted something that was when my first time that I heard about it, and I was so confused.
But did you make it though? Okay, so what would you advise someone? There are people they don't eat in the morning, but you need to fill your body with breakfast, right?
Yes.
So what will that be?
I would say cereal. Yeah, cereal is the best to go early in the morning.
I remember when I do my omelette, it doesn't flip. But is there a secret as to how you should make the omelette for it to flip nicely? Because mine always comes out scrambled. So maybe you will give us advice to tell us, no, add a little bit of oil, because there are people that will add oil, there are people that will add butter, but what would you add with? Just for the omelette to come out perfectly.
For me, I will always use a bit of oil, and then I'll always mix up the egg a little bit with a bit of milk.
Okay.
And then it comes out always perfect.
Okay. Was it something you studied?
Not at all.
It's just because of
Just
the love.
something I taught myself and checked on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, YouTube is where people really learn nowadays.
Yeah,
but we will be right back after she makes us breakfast. Welcome back, viewers. As you can see, Sevelia did a lovely breakfast. But before I hop into the breakfast, Sevelia, do you have any other roles at Kate's Guesthouse besides being in the kitchen? Because I do know your love is in the kitchen, but obviously you do have other roles. Can you perhaps tell us about your other roles at the Guesthouse?
Oh, yes, I do. Besides just being in the kitchen preparing some breakfast, I also do housekeeping.
Okay.
And then I also help out sometimes at the office.
Okay. I know when you do the housekeeping, there's something that always keeps the room very fresh and the towels white. What is the secret that you guys use that you want to share with, obviously, our viewers, because we suffer at home to keep them white? Later on, we use them to extend that we just throw them away. But we do best believe that Sevelia has a remedy to keep them fresh and white. What is it?
The best way for me to keep them white, especially the white stuffs, just try washing them alone, like white stuffs alone.
Yeah.
And then you can always add a bit of, there is this other powder, almost like a washing powder that we use.
Okay.
And it whitens the towels very nice.
Does the powder have a name, perhaps?
Of jig.
Okay. So you guys don't use vinegar, because I do believe some people use vinegar besides using jig.
Yeah, we also use vinegar sometimes.
Does it keep it fresh and white?
Fresh, white, and soft.
Okay. What are your hobbies? Because I do believe you do come to work, but during your free time, maybe we get to see Sevelia riding horses. What's your hobby?
Most of the time, if I'm free, I'm not really an outdoor person, I would say. So most of the time, you'll just find me home, listening to music or watching movies.
And your genre is? Music genre?
Reggae, dance hall.
Okay. And your future plans, I know we all do have future plans. What are your future plans? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 or 4 years?
By God's grace, I hope in few years to come,
yes,
hopefully I'll own my own business. I'll be doing something right.
If you say business, what business industry do you want to vent into? Is it the same, or do you have a love for something else? Because I do believe we all wanted to be teachers, police officers, but exactly. It took a turnaround. So where do you see yourself, in which industry?
I'm not really sure about it, for real. For now, I have so much I want to do in future. I'm still deciding what exactly I really want to do and what I can do that will really fit my...
Okay. Okay, so who is Sevelia besides being at Kate's Guesthouse? Like, because for me, I'm Aurelia. I'm a journalist at work, but when I go home, I'm just the girl that plays soccer in the streets. But who is Sevelia?
Okay, for me, Sevelia.
Yeah.
Okay, I just love listening to music. It's just someone I like being home, being indoors. And I'm a mother of one.
Okay.
So most of the time when I'm not at work, I will be home or spending time with my son.
Okay, since you love music, have you ever thought of going into that industry? Because I can sing, but just shower sing and not be an artist industry. Do you see yourself?
No.
So you don't.
Music is more than enough.
And you don't sing along. No. You just
just listening.
Okay, no. She actually did make my bacon as crispy as I want, but I will not eat this on camera because the only time when you eat your breakfast nicely is when you do it offline. So we will be right back after I delve into this lekker crispy baked bacon.
Burial, wholesale supplies, refined craftsmanship. Services. Our offerings combine craftsmanship, durability, and dignity, ensuring that every item supports the professional services of our clients while honoring the traditions and sensitivities of the funeral industry. Specializing in the manufacturing and wholesale distribution of premium quality coffins, caskets, and a comprehensive selection of burial-related products. We provide tailored solutions to meet the needs of funeral directors and undertakers. Contact us now.
Niati Wildlife Art, from felt to foyer, taxidermy and trophy shipping, celebrating 20 years of service to the hunting industry. Find us at 23 Newcastle Street, Northern Industrial, Windhoek, Namibia. Why choose us? Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent effort. John Ruskin. At Niati Wildlife Art, our experienced team of dedicated craftsmen and women consistently apply their skill to create trophies of the best possible quality. Allow us to provide you and your clients with a full trophy service. Call +264 811 567 722 or email us at niati@afol.com.na.
And unfortunately, we have come to the end of this week's We Talk episode. But I would like to encourage our viewers to please mark the 21st of November on your calendar because We Talk and Windhoek Express will have a Christmas Charity Golf Day Club right here in Windhoek, and I don't want you guys to miss it because it is for a good deal. We want to give back to the elderly at the old age home. So please do buy a ticket. And don't forget that I will bring you more information as to how much is the ticket and where you can purchase your ticket. But I'd love to see you all and have a fun day at the Golf Club Day. But don't forget to watch We Talk every Thursday on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. You can also watch it on 1up2.com.